In this lesson will be area of triangles. The area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. So if we think about that, because the area of a rectangle is base times height, but if we split that in half, we get a triangle. So that's where that half comes from. Again, the height is always perpendicular to the base, so we want to look for that right angle. So a lot of times, again, we're given extra information that we don't need. And in this case, in number 1, our extra information is this 4 feet. So we still have this perpendicular right here because this is where our right angle is. But the base of the triangle, and I tried to point this out in our parallelogram lesson, is just this. This is the only part that's the triangle. This is just extra. That's how many feet out from the triangle we measured. So the base is 10 feet, the height is 6.4 feet. So area equals 1/2 times 10 times base times height, 6.4. So the way I usually do this in my calculator is I kind of work backwards. 6.4 times 10 equals 64. And then half of that, so I divide by 2, is 32. So my area here is 32 feet. Again, I'm going to square it because it's area, because feet times feet is feet squared. So then when we look at number 2, we have a lot of extra information. Again, I want the perpendicular. Height, base. This is extra, that's extra. Those are just sides of the triangle. So if I take area equals 1/2, again, I just put the formula on all of these problems already. Area equals 1/2 base is 21 times height is 8. I'm going to work backwards. 8 times 21, 168. Half of that, so divide by 2, is 84. Area equals 84. This doesn't have a unit. If you just said area equals 84, that would be fine. Most teachers like when students will say like units squared. So that's an appropriate way to label it also. We can do the same thing for number 3 because if we look, we have no units. It looks very similar to number 2. 12 and 16 are sides of the triangle. Our base and height are at this perpendicular. So area equals 1/2, the base is 14, the height is 5. I'll work backwards. I'll do 5 times 14 equals 70 divided by 2. The area is 35 units squared. Number 4, a triangle has a base of 10 feet and a height of 25 feet. What is the area? Your homework will be like this. There won't be any pictures. You'll just be given base and height in words. Plug them into the formula. Area equals 1/2 base. Base is 10. Height is 25. So area equals 25 times 10, 250. Half of 250, so divide by 2, is 125 feet squared. So pretty simple. Just remember to work backwards with your multiplication is probably the easiest way to do it. This times this divided by this. But when you do it, make sure you hit equal sign after you multiply. 25 times 10 equals, so you get that full number, then divide by 2.